tough little fight up there. They killed us last try, but try to use his abilities a little bit more, maybe. So there's a couple of weak guys in there, and then one basically boss. What level he is, I have no idea. Bowman. Item quality. Yeah, you already told us about this.
What's the target?
That's the target.
Let's see what you got.
On seek.
Good one. Make way.
On seek.
Ow.
I got this.
On seek.
Time to round.
On seek.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Yes. I'm tired. Oh, shit. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, well. I don't think we're ready for this fight yet. I mean, his little friends aren't so tough, but he's got a ton of health. And if, I don't know how this... I don't know if those guys are part of the fight or they just wandered in from somewhere else. So we're going to go around. Ranged turrets? It does. Well, it's not just that. It's their boss there. He's pretty tough. And he's actually... killing the ranged guys isn't that hard. It's trying to kill them while he's beating up on us because he's so hard to kill himself. So... not a big deal. We'll come back later. Because I don't have to run all the way back. We could just fast travel, but this is more fun. Maybe not go through there. Ivonus threshold. For a swim? Nah. I know what's this. More importantly, can I climb up here? I can. No? That should be a way in there. Money, spirit residue, common pistol. So, oh, this is the lockpick thing. So, hold to unlock with, then we have 5 lockpicks, so this is the first time we've run into something that you could pick a lock with. Or needed to use a lockpick for. So that wasn't very difficult. Just have a lockpick and it opens. Yeah. What's this?
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life, but it breeds resourcefulness.
Does. It's a lever. Hope my friend's going to be joining me here, because this looks safe.
What does bootleg wine have to do with animancy equipment?
Hide it under the wine and nobody will look for it. Honestly, it's not a bad plan as smuggling operations go.
Do you think anyone else will try it?
Not while we're around, they won't.
How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
What happened here? Should I be worried about what I'm seeing? Don't let me bother you. I'm just here to use that cargo lift. Should be worried about.
Not anymore. We have the situation in hand.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
You can't stop me from using lift I've already used. Lucky you happen to be here. On a trail like this, where was he going? I don't see any equipment around. So you saw a man with a crate and attacked him. On a trail like this, where was he going?
Well, I'm sure he's got some hidey hole around here where he stored this stuff. Where he took it after, though, I couldn't say.
We've heard of bandits using this lift to sneak past the gatehouse, too. It seems the locals have been looking the other way for some time.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Did you find anything of note on the body?
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
I'm an important business. I'd appreciate it if you let me through. Your commander sent a message that I'd be coming. Didn't you receive it?
No.
Did that carrier pigeon get lost again?
Stupid flying rat. Apologies, Envoy. Go ahead.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
Sure you will. Meanwhile, what's he actually got on him? Nile. I find myself in need of a 3rd essence generator and another pestle of resonance amplifiers. I know it was a bear wrestling the last shipment from our friends in Fior, but my master there has led me to believe that they have more than they can use and thus can stand to spare a few. Should they make a fuss, I release you to offer them an extra selling for each machine they'll part with. I have included an extra here for you. Sargamas. Look, it's a lockpick. Good thing you guys didn't need that. The rise. Saw a mushroom over here. Like we could have gone up that way too.
Yeah.
Funny looking cows. And the super chickens running around more than likely. Tried to kill chickens earlier and they weren't killable. Kind of a bummer. No? Item quality, that's nice. Yeah, we know that.
Here we go. Get this. One for you.
Oops, you're friendly.
Weapons not doing the job.
Oh, this is...
Unseek.
Pesky spiders? Dead pesky spiders.
Good fighting.
Traitor? Who's she talking to? Bugs. Always bugs. I guess I should go to Paradise and get that done with. Come back here later. I have to do that. Because we're getting careful. We're supposed to be there. Actually, way down here. Don't need to camp. We're good to go, I think. Exit. That's where we're supposed to be going. Who are you?
Watch out once you get past the palisades. The Stranger route is apparently hostile to life, as the scholars say. Wait a moment. Oh, Earth, eat my soul. You're the envoy. Sorry, didn't mean to be so informal.
In the flash. I could be. Why? You mistake me for another godlike in the Emperor's employ. I could be. Why?
They say the Emperor sent one of his great intellectuals. We could use someone like that.
Your reputation precedes you.
It's all above my rank, but it means High Crown's taking our situation out here seriously. I hope your voyage here was smooth as good butter. I know maybe too much about rough seas, what with serving in the galleys.
Lost most of my crew in a shipwreck at Fort Northreach for the Fort, when the Fort Stedman tried to kill me. Staring into the middle distance. It was as restful as a pleasure cruise around the High Point. Nah, never mind. Truth.
Did you deserve it? Kidding. Sorry to hear, envoy. The living lands is dangerous. We should be sticking together. Can't imagine what might have possessed them to do that. I hope it isn't the damn soul plague. I haven't seen anything like that before. It seems to change people. Animals. Feels sometimes like the plague is alive somehow. Sorry for the glib tongue. I've tried to be more proper before. Didn't work. I'm no good at niceties, including abiding by most rules. The law and I aren't exactly the best of friends, no. Although, I think that's Adia's problem. I was mostly just stealing food. If you're born to the wrong social class, Adu makes climbing the ranks rather difficult. Anyway, that's all in the past.
Better be in the past for your sake. I wasn't born in a rich social class either, but I learned a lot from that experience. What did you do? Right away, I have some questions. Nope, I wasn't born in the...
Learned? No, absolutely not. What I've learned is you can either obey the rules or die. I got caught for my many small, petty crimes and spent about 6 years on the prison galleys. Then, a year ago, an Adiran official came to the jails and told us we could serve the Empire for a shortened sentence or rot. You can guess which I chose.
You're free after that? Hey, you could do a lot worse than sun, adventure, and time away from the jails. So instead of risking death in prison, you risk death in the wilderness. Poor bargain, if you ask me.
At least there's real sunlight here. I remember when that was a real privilege. Things I'd do for window time. All in all, it's a pretty sweet deal. 3 square meals, bed of my own, maybe even a chance to retire as a clerk. Wouldn't mind being bored stupid for a few years. Better than the alternative. But first, even more Palisades.
I'm getting the impression she's going to be one of our companions, because this is a really long conversation. Anything you missed about Adir? Why do you set up Palisades here? Given I'm rather new here, I'd love your thoughts on the general lay of the land.
Listen, Envoy. I'm here to build defenses against the land. You want geography lessons? Go ask a cartographer. I do know a few things, though. So, ask.
Any settlements of note in the Living Lands? What if I do want a geography lesson?
Once again, I'm no cartographer. But you know what they say about continents with small acreage? They've got big personalities. Little bit of everything here. Poison swamps, deserts, snow-covered mountains, volcanoes, acid seas. Because why not? A cartographer might be able to tell you more. I hear there's one in town.
So did I. Anyway, Del, thank you very much for the Tier 1 sub for 72 months. Let me get your Rockets of Recognition real quick. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Keep in mind that each one of those rolling rockets represents 10 regular Rockets of Recognition. We do that because there's a character limit here in chat, and each one of those emotes eats up so many characters. So that's the system we use, and it works. Anyway, Del, thank you for the continued support, and happy Monday to everybody. Happy Monday and Tuesday to everybody. Let's get back. Any settlements of note in the Living Lands? How do you feel about the Living Lands? Do you think the locals will take well to seeing a godlike?
I don't know. I mean, I know some people in Adi think of godlike as blessed by the gods. What with you lot having a divine resemblance and all. Although, I guess some folk think godlike are cursed. Depends on what sort you are. Frankly, I don't know if I've seen your particular kind before. Still, I think there are stranger things than you in the Living Lands, Envoy. No offense, but more importantly...
Any settlements? How do you feel about the Living Lands? Any settlements?
No, none. It's all untamed wilderness and feral heathens. I'm joking. Of course there are. There's Fjord, which is run by animancers. Thirdborn, where all the ruffians dwell. And Solus Keep, which has the Pargrunin. I don't like anybody.
Fairs run by animancers? What?
And happily, too. Sounds like they've got a whole colony of inventors and researchers there. If I want a servant of the Adiran Empire, I might say it sounds fascinating. Groundbreaking, even. I know animancy is considered blasphemous and dangerous, but Fjord supplies most of the produce we eat here in Paradise. They must be doing something right.
Ruffians and Thirdborn, huh?
Miscreants and layabouts and all those great things. The kind of people who can make a life out of impossibly bad situations. Settlements just as rough and tumble. Wouldn't mind having a drink with the locals, to be honest. They sound like they've got stories. You know what I mean? Heard they're under siege right now, though, by those dream thralls. Wouldn't want to be them, between the desert weather and that.
Do you mean when you say Solace Keep's inhabitants don't like anybody?
I mean the Pargrunin dwarves won't talk to anybody. They stay inside Solace Keep and just never come out.
How do you feel about the Living Lands?
That it lives up to its name. Wilder place than Adir, which has been stomped into civility. The Living Lands scares our empire, I think. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sending its most expendable folk here. Present company excluded, of course. I think the Living Lands won't want to be leashed by the Empire, though. But that's my opinion. I've been here a while.
I have some other questions.
Ask them, then. You're a nice distraction, envoy.
Anything you miss about Ada? Why? No. What do you miss?
About Adir. Same hungry empire that is looking to gobble up the Living Lands. The one that sends people out to maybe die for its ambitions. Kind of you to ask, envoy. The truth is, not really. Adir's fair and good to the people it thinks deserve compassion. But break its trust, and well, Adir will make you crawl to retrieve the pieces. You can tell it's a place that worships Wodiga. Actually, I miss the pies. The crust's all wrong here.
Why have you set a palisade here?
Just take a look down the road, and you'll see the last palisades we tried to hold. And the ones before them. We're trying our best to keep the wilds at bay here, envoy.
Miles at bay. What's so dangerous up there?
You tell me, envoy. You were the one out there. I heard stories of that bear. It's not the only one, though. The strangleroot is hungry. Every day, it gets closer. Every day, weirder creatures crawl out from its foliage. Be careful if you're headed out there. Anyway.
Anything else I should know?
Pargrunin beer is surprisingly terrible. Always trust in a Mauen to know where the best seafood is. Pay attention when the locals tell you something. And watch out for poets. Something's odd about them.
Gotta go. So she's not going to be a companion. All that talking.
So, how long do you think it'll be before the locals realize how much good we're doing for them? Really?
That's far enough, Outlander.
Uh-oh.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself.
Do we have a problem?
We have a problem, all right. And I've got the solution tucked in my sheath.
Unless you're hearing that from a handsome stranger in the bathhouse, that's usually an invitation to trouble. And not as fun as the kind you get into in the steam.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
I see we've arrived at the paranoid yokel stage of the outbreak.
Hey, boss. If he's really sick, maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Shut it, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Do it then. My spirit will just tell our watcher who killed me. Hey, Pod, you're no killer. Get out of here and I'll let you off with a warning. Can we just talk about this? I don't want any trouble. It feels pretty personal.
Oh, poor thing. Did I hurt your feelings? Because that's a good start. Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Oh, look at the fire.
That's one for us.
Cryptic letter. We will pay a handsome bounty for information on the Enduring Ambassador, their daily schedule, their preferred wine. Nothing is beneath our interest, and everything has a price. Well, that's interesting. And Began, welcome back, and thank you for the 3 consecutive streams watched. Much appreciated. Dun, dun, dun. So, is that what it's like going to be like in here? Just douchebags all everywhere? That wasn't a good start.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you.
What about Inquisitor Lodwin? You said she was looking for me.
Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now, right?
So when we first arrived, they were talking, basically. They were on the pier that they met me on when I got off the ship that I was on. Or boat, whatever it was. They seemed more friendly than that. Ow. Well, that was unnecessary. Game over?
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here?
Somebody tells me I'm not in the Living Lands anymore. Where am I? You again. You better not be the reason I'm whatever this is. You're asking me? I don't even understand what just happened.
The arrow struck. Then your soul found us, here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive.
Dead? At least it was quick. I guess it could be worse. Death comes from for all mortals. It's all right. I just wish I knew how. Sure, some help you were. I'm dead.
Worse. You died. Someone cut short your span. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
I guess there are worse ways to go. Hopefully the next life is kinder to me and my killer, whoever they are. Too bad I couldn't take in my killer with me.
Yes, we would see them hurt too, writhing like a dying adder. We can give you this chance. We could send you back.
Good.
Just this once.
What do you mean, send me back? How? But what about you? There must be a way we can get you out, too. There has to be a catch. What's going to cost me? I'll take my chance in the next life, thanks. But what about you?
You think of us, with your own escape so near. We are moved and decided. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison.
It's the lighthouse, isn't it? Do it. I'm ready. This is going to hurt, isn't it? Let's get this over with. Whoever you are, thank you.
You are ours. We tend to the sprout on the bough. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
So why the early death?
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands.
My constitution sucks. What happened to me? All I remember is pain in the voice. Slow down. Who are you? I'm sorry about the trouble. What happened?
A voice? Tell me more.
An enormous glowing figure told me it wasn't my time to die. I've heard it whispering ever since I got here. I prefer not to. Told me it wasn't my time to die.
A vision of the beyond? And an ethereal manifestation? That's incredible. Your friend here carried you halfway across the city. Made quite the spectacle.
Probably not the grand imperial entrance he was aiming for. Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
Voice brought me back, I'm sure of it. So who killed me?
That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
Does this mean my soul's going to awaken to its past lives?
A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
I already had a vision. Someone was asking for my help. You see these kinds of symptoms often. Let them keep talking like you aren't even there.
Anything he should avoid? Strenuous exercise, hard drink, strong sveff.
Look for patterns. If your friend has any troubling signs, be attentive to what triggers them. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul.
Watcher can see what's invisible to the likes of us.
You've worked with one before. Good. You have an open mind. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job.
I'll find the watcher. Just point me in the right direction. I don't know if the ambassador would approve. I guess I'll try anything once. Right direction.
Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you.
Thank you, Liviana. Great. Maybe he knows who killed me. Not even death can save me from my obligations. Duty calls. Thank you.
Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
You give me a lot of directions.
Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up.
Hey, Batten, welcome back. Not so fast. What's your stake in all this?
Your troops are going to be on edge until your killer's found, and some of us still have to live here.
I appreciate the help. Sorry to have dragged you in. If you insist, I appreciate the help.
Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone.
And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
I don't even know what happened to me. So, quests and stuff, it looks like. A timely end. Find the Watcher. Stuff to do this, stuff do that. So all these nice little 3 skull stuff now. I just really to mark all that stuff. Close to leveling up. Ugh, less than 200 points to go. Need to borrow in here?
Hey, I had a dream about you.
We compared our local herbs to some ones imported from Adir. If my findings are accurate, then everything that grows in the living lands is more potent. Everything cures as well as poisons. Of course, all the best ingredients grow in the deadliest parts of the jungle. So, maybe I should harvest a few seeds and pay someone to grow them in the republics, just to see what happens. Or maybe I shouldn't contaminate the mainland until I understand what I'm dealing with. Oh, she's a vendor.
Any injuries I should know about? No?
Should be for sale. So, that stuff. Plenty of potions at the moment. Essence regeneration. Plus 20% maximum essence. Teammate from fragmentarius made by live. So this is a buff of some kind. I'm guessing. How long it lasts, no idea. It's not very expensive, so I'm going to go with probably not very long. So, nothing I need at the moment. Who are you?
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
So he's a kook. And who are you? No one. Where am I going? Find the cartographer in Dawn Shore. Don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Oh, look, free stuff.
Envoy, could I speak with you for a moment?
More quests.
So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the Strangleroot, right?
You clearly want something from me. What is it?
I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Edirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand?
Why does a alien care for some unlucky Edirans?
Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor.
Alright, what do your friends need help with? Explain to me how you know these people.
A fair request. I was an animancer in Fjord, just through the mountains in Emerald Stair. A lot of Valian animancers came to Fjord to experiment without the restrictions that come from noble patronage. Well, it turned out my high-minded theories were more explosive than I had calculated. I washed out, disgraced. Then I left Emerald Stair and I lost myself in a bottle at the Grinning Ballarok. Lofled and Gladwine pulled me out of it.
Alright, tell me about your friends.
Galarde. Lofled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Edirans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then you'd struggle to find an Ediran in the city. Now they're everywhere.
You have a problem with more Edirans coming to Paradis. The Emperor has made the Living Lands his priority.
That's all very well for His Highness, but it was trouble for my friends. Anyway, with all these Edirans coming in, Lofled and Gladvine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladvine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
They make herbal remedies for such things.
Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adiran envoy, for the hero who braved the Strangleroot, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. No promises. I have pressing matters to attend to.
Thank you for hearing me out, in any case. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
Certainly you could do that part yourself.
No. We had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Alright.
Thank you, envoy. God bless you.
More quests. Let's go talk to this guy.
You died, but you're here.
Eric, you're back.
Gods, am I glad to see you? I'll keep trying, but there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
Stuff. So all these books, I'll have to read later because that's a lot. Sure. So. Master Halyard, I have maintained order in Paradis for many years. I know the city. When there is a good leader and fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the Steel Garrote to terrorize my people, to sow distress and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Sorry. Sound like a threat to me. Teen's diary. Dear diary, here I am in the Living Lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it's certainly the most colorful, also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms, and mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bacarna I'd bring back a souvenir. There's rumor of a fallen star in Emerald Stair. It could be a nice addition to her collection. A message is scribbled in the inside cover. If found, please return to that person. Alrighty. Steel Garot reports. We found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature found on scrolls of Tane's chaotic orb. Tane, yeah. We advised that Tane is in the Living Lands. As a member of the Circle of Arch-Magi, he has a license to go where he pleases. We will observe him at a distance, but no one is to engage him. Tane is either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive. We simply can't take the chance. That chance.
Envoy, is it really you?
No, it is not. This book, though. All the dialects. Oh, I'm trying to tell you how to pronounce stuff. Yeah, it's nice, but... Inquisitor, I've been in the Emerald Stair long enough to confirm our worst suspicions. The people of Fior, whatever, are not for the laws of mortals or gods. Animacy and folk magic are peddled in defiance of Odika. Their crimes are innumerable, and their way of life intolerable. All is not lost. Politically, they are unstable, too focused on themselves to notice our eager hands tightening the garrote. We await your order. Your friend in the forest. There's no friends in the forest. There's no shame in being attracted to power. Nevertheless, I must keep such feelings to myself. Okay, whatever. All the stuff to read. I know the blighting of the Strangleroot is cause for concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from Fior. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of animacy, much less welcome it to our dinner tables. It's not going... They don't want that to go as well as they want to make it out to be.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Need more constitution, apparently. Ready to get to work. Fine, so who killed me? Like I've come back from the dead. It's fine, so who killed me?
Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor?
Given the Emperor's missive, here you are. Missive, I hope this was worth all the trouble. Glad to finally be rid of this thing. You can read the missive, but I prefer to hold on to it.
I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
Great. Message delivered. Let's talk about my payment. His Majesty is concerned the Crown's efforts in the Living Lands could be jeopardized by the Dream Scourge. He sent me to investigate that one.
With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
You're referring to how I healed the Adra and the Strangleroot. That one.
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
Then we better get to work. Frown thoughtfully, assuming it's not already here. You should have sent me for me sooner. Now it may be too late. Dream Scourge. Where'd that name come from anyway? I don't care. Frown thoughtfully.
Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
I assume those are the people responsible for my death. Not? As she should be. Tell me about these rebels. Who are they? Living Landsworth. Assume those are the ones who want me dead.
Your instincts do you credit. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
They seem to have it out for us. Specifically, do you know why?
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice.
Where's this Inquisitor I keep hearing about? James Scourge is my top priority. Sounds like she's the one who's really in charge around here. I'll be the one to decide the punishment, if any. A little frontier justice is good for morale. She's the one really in charge.
We both report to higher powers, but hers are less forgiving than mine. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the Living Lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
Tracker. Kai, we're not hunting deer. You've proven to be capable so far. What can he do that you can't? I'll consider him. Thanks for the recommendation. What can he do?
Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the Living Lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Scott, I can figure that out myself. Just point me toward the nearest lab.
I'm sure that a scholar of your prestige is more than capable of self-diagnosis, but time is of the essence. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
My colleagues at the Imperial Archives are never going to believe this.
You'll have tales aplenty, that's for certain. And a long tapestry of battle scars. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Me too. And level it up. Okay, so good spot. So another ability point. Character 2. So health, poison, bleed resistance, like some stamina. More stamina would be good. Yeah, stamina for throwing around the wands.
Hey
and
Gimpy,
stuff.
it is time to stop. Your dinner will be ready shortly and Mrs. Gimpy wants to actually talk to you. Make sure you tell everyone to have a great day or evening and we will see them tomorrow. Also, make sure to remind them to hit the follow button and visit your YouTube channel.
Okay, so I think we're going to unlock this Grimoire Mastery because it's going to allow us to use a second Grimoire. Which is going to allow us to use these spells, which are Blizzard, Fireball, Crackling Bolt, Bristling Frost, and that one's locked. Inventory. So, greater elements. So those are the spells. Who wants to eat a fireball?
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. I gotta get back to what else?
Burning down the city, no big deal. Ah, it did put out the fire. Not really. Who needs mana? So, now that unfortunately though, now the spells that are in the other Grimoire, the only way you can't hold two Grimoires at once, right? Nope, it's one or the other. So we got that. So again, these spells, I guess we look at our abilities. So basically, these spells up here, we unlock the Arcane Veil, which is a shield. Oh, we didn't see these before. Why are they locked? Grimoire with the spell. Oh, we need to find a Grimoire to use these. Fan of Flames is cool. It's a nice little flamethrower. Chill Blades is used for walking on water. Frost accumulation at long distances. Yeah. So, need more points. Skip this stuff too. So, Blast, Bounce, and Wand Mastery. Increases damage with wands by 25%. Bounce. Power attacks with wands bounce to a nearby enemy, dealing reduced damage but retaining any elemental accumulation. Blast. Power attacks with wands explode on impact, dealing reduced stun and explosive damage to nearby enemies. Sounds like fun. But I wanted to grab this first. So, because again, it gives us access to more of this stuff, and we just can learn these. I think these are the only two I haven't really used the Jolting Touch. Channels a beam of electricity that jumps from the caster's fingers to the nearest enemy, and then to the next nearest enemy, causing decreasing amounts of shock accumulation. Yeah. I need to test that out. These two we just don't have access to. Yeah, because we don't have a Grimoire with it. Okay, so that. So, liking the game. It's fun. Combat's done pretty well. It's exciting. Gotta move around. It's not just sit back and, do stuff. You actually have to move around because they like to kill you. Especially when you're just a pitiful little mage with no real armor on. But yeah. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. Having said that, we're going to play this again tomorrow, by the way, which is the official release date, too. This is early access, technically, and like I said, we'll be taking a look at this tomorrow. And that's that. And we'll probably be playing this on Mondays and Tuesdays for a little while. I have no idea how long this game is supposed to last. It looks like there's tons of stuff to do. I mean, this is... I'm going to guess this is not the only map. It could be, but no, it's fairly big. Lots of stuff to do. I mean, we still have to go explore this area. This is where we landed originally after the tutorial was done. That doing up there. And then we just got into Paradise and got some roaming around in here, looks like to do. There's a fight up here we need to retry. Yep, so lots to do. But like I said, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for coming out and watching. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It was fun. Flew by as usual. And like I said, we'll resume this tomorrow. And the stream scheduled for the next few days too. So we're doing this tomorrow. Wednesday, we're back to 7 Days to Die with Jeff and Ragstone. Thursday is Return to Moria with Jeff and Hurricane. Friday is Celasta multiplayer with Jeff, Hobo, and Hurricane. Hopefully Hobo will be available. I think he said he was back in town, but Hobo said he was sick today too. Hopefully he'll be better by Friday. Fingers crossed. And then Saturday, Star Wars The Old Republic. Sunday is Empyrean Galactic Survival. And then next Monday, we're back here to Avowed. So, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow's stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT for some more Avowed. So, have a great evening, great day, wherever you have to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.